Okay, in this video, I want to talk about faith, specifically faith in video games, because that's what the quote I found has to do with, and I'll have that quote in the description section. So basically, I want to take some parts from when I did my review when I was watching Twin Star Exorcist. It's an anime, but it's all going to tie together. Basically, a lot of people who I've talked to in the past, when they think about or review these animes or these video games, they try to compare it to real life. And of course, we understand that some of the things that go on in these animes or video games aren't realistic because they're virtual environments. And I understand you can go deep and it's good to compare to real life and then make connections, all this stuff. But in some ways, it's kind of cynical and it takes away from your enjoyment of the particular piece of media, whether that's an anime or a video game. For example, if you just go and just watch it and just take it at face value, believe that everything in this world makes sense, then you'll enjoy it more. Specifically with the latest One Piece movie film Red that came out, in one of the scenes, they threw water on Luffy and then he just got weaker, which honestly is, if you know the One Piece anime, it's not realistic. When you're a power user, that means you eat the devil fruit. Like, you can't swim. That was the original thing. You can't swim. And then later on, they brought out the sea stone, handcuffs, and then that's how you can take away their power. I guess I understand it's the essence of the sea. But there's been scenes in the One Piece anime, like when Luffy had his hands in the water and he was basically being hanging on to these two giant carps when they were trying to enter Wano, and he didn't get weaker. And the carps just dragged the ship on up the waterfall. So it's not like just being exposed to water is going to weaken them. But of course, if you think about that, then you would understand it takes away from the movie. It's understandable. I know it's human nature to make these connections, and then it's just not canon or correct to the material. But if you just take it based off the movie, it's okay. It was an entertaining part. It wasn't that bad. So just have faith in the anime and the video games. Different scenes. Just sit down, take everything as true for that specific scenario, and you would enjoy it more. Now that is for the video game part and the anime part and stuff like that. Now I want to say, if you made it this far, more on the realistic part. And now I'm going to actually read the quote. A true faith needs no demonstration, no justification for believing what it knows in its heart to be true. I got that from Dragonland. I decided to add that to my quote list because when I was reading it, of course, I have a religious background, and then it kind of resonates because the thing of faith is that you have to believe it, and there's no evidence. Like, there's no evidence that God exists. Of course, it could be evolution, or it could be God created everything, or you can take like a mixed approach that God created everything and then evolution just started for everything after that. But it resonated with me that a true faith, if you really believe in something, you're not looking for all these things. If you say that, oh yeah, I believe that what goes up must come down, you're not going to just keep on going about it in your daily life and just throwing things up in the air just to prove it to yourself. You already know that this is true. This is your faith. You're not always trying to validate it. So that's why I made the connection. So anyways, that's all for this video. Any takeaway if you made it this far? Like and subscribe. And the takeaway is that you need to believe in something. And to believe in nothing is not natural. So find something to believe in. I don't care what it is, just starting now. Hopefully it's something positive. Hopefully you believe in health and fitness and not being lazy and fat. Hopefully you believe in making money and not being broke. And now I'm just making stuff. But all this stuff is important. but subscribe now.